with another video. Today we'll be taking a look at the Marvel Studios, the first 10 years, Marvel Legends, Avengers, Age of Ultron, Hulk, and Hulkbuster. So let's get into it. So taking a look around the packaging, Marvel Studios up top on the side you get a brief description from the film, so pause if you want to read that. It says Marvel Studios up top, Legend Series 7. On the other side, since this is the biggest box out of all, it says Marvel Studios the first 10 years up top. On the bottom, Age of Ultron. On the back, you get a nice picture from the movie or the poster. You got Hulkbuster and Hulk with their description, so pause if you can read that. And on the bottom, a UPC scan if you want it. And without further ado, let's get into it. Doing some size comparisons, here is Hulk and Hulkbuster next to the 10th anniversary 2-packs, some of the singles, a couple of the Hulks in my collection, including the Gladiator Hulk, and some of the Avengers Age of Ultron figures. Now, since this is a re-release, comparing it to the previous release or the first release version, it's the Age of Ultron Hulk. You can see the exact same figure body mold. There are some different things, like minor details that are different about this. So obviously one of the bigger differences is the facial expression. So if you want, you can pop off the heads here and swap it out. It's just the skin tones will be a little bit different. So yeah, popping that one on there, it looks weird obviously. And on the other one, I think it works on the other one because I don't know, it works with the Age of Ultron one with the screaming head. Probably some customizers out there can repaint it and have fun with that. So now quickly taking a look at Hulk here, you can see he has the Scarlet Witch infected eyes here. What's different, the minor details, are the textured back, which I think is a nice touch as well, and some veins and the hair painted on the chest. That's some nice details. If it was sculpted, then it would be even better, the little hairs on his chest. But yeah, you can see it's the exact same mold, it's just painted differently, and the green is obviously different. And yeah. So now taking a closer look at Hulkbuster himself. I haven't had the previous Hulkbuster. I didn't build it, and I have to say that this is an amazing sculpt. Luckily they released a fully built version in this 2-pack, so I waited long enough, and once they released this 2-pack, I went ahead and bought this 2-pack, and I'm not disappointed. And I heard the paint job on this 10th anniversary one, the red is a little bit darker. Unfortunately, obviously, like I said before, I don't have the Build-A-Figure Hulkbuster in hand. But this is just amazing. They added some minor details right here. It looks like that's supposed to be an arc reactor, so I guess they used a digital printing photorealistic technology on that, because it has the same kind of digital look to it on the head sculpt itself. It has this kind of pixelated look, so I'm pretty sure they're using the same technology on this arc reactor effect thing. But yeah, just looking around this figure, it's amazing. The sculpting is great. It is a hefty figure. This is not one light figure. And just looking at more details right here, would have been nice with some painted details on the back here, but yeah, at least they painted the back arc reactors. So yeah. For Hulkbuster's articulation, starting off with the head, it does rotate all the way around just like so, and you can look side to side like that. Just showing you how that looks. Looks really nice, and it's on a ball hinge joint, so you can look up as well. So you can do some flying poses, and not down that much. That's how far you can look down, and you could kind of shift as well like that, and it has the tilty shifty head movement right there, like wee. And popping that off, you can see the range you can get, because it's kind of a little bit hollowed on the inside of the head here. Now the arms here do rotate all the way around. They bend outward that much, which is great, almost at a 90 degrees, and you can see how springy his chest is. He also has a bicep swivel, which rotates all the way around. It's a little bit stiff. It's kind of getting hindered by the shoulder pads here, but that's okay. You got a bend at the elbow, not 90 degrees, and a rotation at the elbow, which does rotate all the way around, like so. Now, the wrist here does rotate from side to side, so rotating it all the way around. It is a stiff joint. You can make it rotate all the way around, but it's kind of hindered by the arm guard right there. But you could see right here, I just rotated it from side to side. Now it could bend up that far. You can see the arm guard here is kind of falling off, which is quite unfortunate because it's kind of glued in there very loosely. So yeah, be careful on that. You might break off the arm guard because it's just pegged in and glued on. But moving over to the chest here, the chest is on a ball joint, so it could bend forward that far, which is great, and back that much, which is amazing as well. And since it's on a ball joint, oh yeah, you could do some flying poses as well, get some more range on that. Since it's on a ball joint, it could go side to side as well, and it could rotate 360 degrees as well. Now the legs can kick forward that far, so he could sit down like a little busty Hulk that he is, like so. And surprisingly, on a massive figure like this, it can kick back pretty decently. He also has a upper thigh swivel right there, which does rotate all the way around. You can see the Build-A-Figure parts are just popping off. He also has a double jointed knee right here, which on the left leg is kind of loose on mine, which is quite unfortunate. I may have to buy another one and replace this one. And it's a weird joint, so you can bend the upper joint forward, so it looks like his leg is broken. But yeah, moving over to the feet, his feet bend down that far. Not surprisingly, I'm not disappointed. It's a pretty hefty figure, and up that much. He also has a ankle pivot, which is surprising as well. And he also has a rotation at the ankle as well, if you want to get more range right there. And doing the ankle pivot test, this should be easy since he is a hefty, yep, he's good to go. Now for Hulk's articulation here, starting off with the head, it's on a ball peg, not a ball hinge, so you can't make it look up that far or down that much, so he has a little rocky movement. But he does have some dildy shifty head movement. The arms are pretty stiff here, but they do rotate all the way around. They bend outward really far because of the joint, the sculpting of the joint right there. And he also has a bicep swivel, which rotates all the way around. He also has double jointed elbows here. They are kind of stiff on mine, so bending that one, that's how far you can get, more than 90 degrees. Now the wrists here are on hinges, so they do rotate all the way around quite stiffly, and they bend upward that far and down that much right there. Now the torso here, just like the Hulkbuster, it's on a ball joint, so it can bend forward that far, back that much. He also has some side-to-side movement like so, and just doing the 360 movement right there. Now the legs here, kind of weird joint, so you have to rotate the upper joint right there, the hip joint, and rotate it out, and he could kick his legs forward that far, so he could sit down and back, just showing you, so rotating the joint like so, and that's how far he can kick back. Hopefully I didn't break it because I heard that little snap. But yeah, he also has a upper thigh swivel right there, trying to fix the hip joint, and double jointed knees. His feet here, which is kind of disappointing, they bend down pretty far, like really far, and they don't bend up that much. I would like it to bend up even more for some dynamic poses, because I really have a tough time posing this guy and doing the ankle pivot test. I'm just kidding. Obviously he could stand when he's doing these splits or sit or whatever. Just showing you, fixing him, no problem, he's good to go. So yeah, that is it guys. Hope you guys liked. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell, turn on notifications because there are more videos coming. I'll have the Thanos 3-pack posted tomorrow at 1 p.m. I'm still trying to figure out a schedule when to post, like which day of the week or the weekends. It's kind of messy right now, but I have a schedule thing that I post at 1 p.m. so I'm sticking with that. But yeah, overall, for me, I never owned the Build-A-Figure Hulkbuster, but I own the Age of Ultron Hulk. And I went ahead and bought this 2-pack because I think it was worth it for me. because I got the Hulkbuster, which is remolded in that new red, this kind of a darker red, and I got an extra head sculpt, which is the screaming head sculpt for the Hulk. And the Hulk colors in this 2-pack are more accurate since he was a little bit lighter green in the Veronica and Hulk fight, and the pants are gray, which are also accurate to the movie. But if you already have the Build-A-Figure Hulkbuster and the Age of Ultron Hulk, this 2-pack is not worth it unless you're a completionist and want to complete this Marvel Studios the box art look to it. But other than that, yeah, like I said, if you never own the Build-A-Figure Hulkbuster, this is a 2-pack worth getting, and you're getting an additional head sculpt and more accurate colors that we see in the film. But if you already have the Hulkbuster Build-A-Figure, then this is not worth it unless you're a completionist. Sorry, I had to say that twice just to make sure I'm clear with my final statements and review for this set. So yeah, that is it, guys. Hope you guys like it. Arolf Mora. This is signing out. Peace.